Your way forward. It's good to see you. Welcome.
Good to see you. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board and administration. Really appreciate the opportunity to speak today. Zierman, California Independent Petroleum Association, ROCK-ZIERMAN. Yes, that is my real name.
It rocks.
Yes, thank you. You know, this morning, 38 million Californians woke up and demanded over 1.5 million barrels of oil. And they did that yesterday, and they're going to do that tomorrow. And as you've heard, only 30% of that demand is met by in-state production. The other 70% has to be tankered in from foreign countries. Increasingly, that's from the Middle East, with the #1 importing country being Saudi Arabia, a country, as you've heard, that does not share our values when it comes to human rights, worker safety, protection of the environment. And so it's very key that we recognize that until you reduce demand of our product in the state of California by 70%, you're going to need every drop of oil that we have here in Kern County. Now, we've heard a lot from the governor about wanting a just transition to an alternative energy future, and we're willing and able to have that conversation. But let me just say that it's not just to make Californians export their wealth to Saudi Arabia. It's not just to put these folks behind me out of a job so that we can employ people in Iraq. It's not just to curtail the tax base here in Kern County that pays for police and fire and sheriff and schools and roads so that we can increase tanker traffic into the Port of Los Angeles, the #1 source of air emissions in the LA basin, as we found out this week in the LA Times. So that's not justice. And I think if we want to talk about justice, we shouldn't be talking about getting off of Kern County oil. We should be talking about getting more reliant on Kern County oil and less reliant on those that are coming in from other places. And we can do it, and we want to partner with you. Right now, on your desk, are 64 projects from my members representing 2,000 wells we're ready to go drill tomorrow if we get permission. Unfortunately, none of those projects, we've gone 2.5 months without a single project being approved. We've gone months and months without any aquifer exemptions being approved. We've gone over 7 months without any well stimulation being approved. And we understand that there's a lot of pressure, but we need government to do their job. And we're ready to partner with you to do that. We have supported getting increased revenues to Dogger, now CalGEM. We are disheartened to see the desire for 128 new positions, especially since those aren't people who are going to be looking at permits and helping us stay in business, but they're primarily enforcement and inspection and folks looking to put us out of business. And I think that's the wrong avenue. We've always stepped up and said, we will do our part. We will abide by future regulations, more increased regulations. We'll help fund, because we fund 100% of all of your employees. We'll fund more if that's needed, but we got to partner because some of those, a small portion at least, need to be looking at this permit backlog so we can stay in business, so we can produce oil, so these guys can keep their jobs, so we can meet the energy demands of Californians and stop exporting our wealth to countries that don't like us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rock. Appreciate that. Next time, you'll tell us how you really feel. Thank you, Rock.